fly fishing since 1982. Well, let's get to this week's fly fishing report for September 11th through the 17th. Okay, what's going on this week? Smoke, lots of smoke. Where's it coming from? The garnet fire. What's it doing? Well, personally for me, it's keeping me indoors. Man, it's bugging my lungs, so I haven't been outside much. But I have been out enough that I've snuck a few fishing trips in here and there, and let's talk about that a little bit. If you're in the right places, there's no smoke. It's weird. You can drive through the smoke and all of a sudden break out and you're out in the open. So pay attention to what's going on. Try not to be too active out there. Do all those things you're supposed to do because it's bad. It reminds me of growing up in the San Fernando Valley in the 70s with all the smog. Okay, so let's get to the serious stuff. What's that? Let's talk fishing. What are we going to talk about? Upper Owens River. It's time to start looking for the big browns. They're not really in yet, but it is time to start kind of fishing for them. And what do I mean by that? Well, first off, let's talk about flies. I'm going to use size 12 stoner nymphs, size 12 green gold prince nymphs, because those are my big fish flies. They produce 90%, 95%, actually even more than that, of my big fish every year when I'm fishing for the trophy fish. So on my Euro rod, they're back out there. Under an indicator, they're back out there. So that's what I'm looking for, those big fish. And where am I fishing them? I'm fishing them in the deep holes, deep runs, and the cut banks. So they're just starting to trickle in. And the weird thing on the browns, they never come in big numbers like the rainbows and cutthroats do. They trickle in, a few here, a few there. So you just got to be out on the water every day looking for them and hope you're in the right spot and fish for them. Okay, let's head over to Hot Creek. What are we doing there? Well, pretty much the same plan. We're fishing tricos in the morning, and same old, same old. Start off with a size 22 trico parachute. It imitates the female, is what I'm tying it up to imitate. Then, once the fish quit feeding on that, then I switch over to what? A trico spinner pattern. And when they quit that, I go home. Or I switch to terrestrial patterns. Use beetles, use ants, maybe throw a hopper pattern out there. Not seeing a lot of hoppers, but sometimes they still come up and take it. Okay, where to next? Crawling. Guides, they're doing great out there. They're finding a lot of fish. It's fishing really good right now. Float tubing, this is a time of year that you get out there and do that. I have a group coming up this weekend. We'll have on the water report for that one on the Instagram site. But in the meantime, what are we going to do out there? We're primarily fishing under an indicator with midges. And what are we using? Well, we're using tiger midges, zebra midges, blood midges, and albino barons. In the middle of the day, I've been playing around with some chromie patterns. Those are these patterns tied with silver stuff to imitate the air bubble underneath the exoskeleton of the midges. And those have been working like 9 to 11. And then sometime mid-morning, early afternoon, the wind comes up and blows the float tubers off, and we're done for the day. Okay, let's head down the hill. Let's talk about Bishop Creek Canal. It's been hit hard by the smoke, so I haven't really been fishing there much, but the few days I have been able to get out there, Nymphet, we're getting a few fish doing that in the afternoons, because that's kind of when I have free time to get out there. But I have checked early morning. Trico hatch, it's been real sporadic. So get out there early, be on the water between 8 and 8:30, fish till 9 or 9:30. If it happens, it happens. If it doesn't, it doesn't. The other day when I went looking for it, I saw a whopping 5, 6 rises and maybe 3 or 4 tricos flying around in the air. Okay, let's go up to Bishop Creek Canal. My kind of fishing. It's what we call bushwhacking. You're working the stream, looking for holes and pockets where you can reach over around the weeds and cast and get it to drift. I'm using a size 16 stimulator fished with a size 16 tiger midge. Man, trout are loving the tiger midge. They're supposed to take the dry fly more than the nymph. But man, I'm ripping it up with the tiger minge, catching a lot of fish on it, and it's my kind of fun fishing, walking along, finding the spots, catching, and we're catching wild brown trout and brook trout and the occasional hatchery rainbow. So, this has been Fred Rowe for Sierra Bright Dot Fly Fishing Guide Service. You know you can find me every Tuesday at Mahogany Smoked Meats, and then you can find me on Instagram, on Facebook, and my favorite, lpptv.us.